Damon Bruce here. Welcome to the NBA here on 2K Sports. It's Sunday night. Welcome to our NBA presentation.
On the road and hungry for a win against an Eastern Conference rival, the Miami Heat are ready for this thing to get started. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports fans. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan alongside Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. And guys, what are we going to be looking for in this one from Anderson Varejao?
It's really all about effort with him. Guys, you watch him fly after these loose balls, laying out any chance he's got. At an opportunity for a steal or a deflection. He's really something to watch.
No question about it. I mean, when you talk about bruisers, that's his game. I mean, he's put that time in the weight room, and guess what? Now he's putting that strength and muscle to use.
This game marks the end of the stretch at home for the Cavaliers. Back on the road tomorrow. They're down in 10th place in the East.
Well, from their point of view, this has been an ugly matchup this season. They're winless in 3 attempts against these guys. So I think they've got to come out with some energy, some passion, and really try to turn the tables.
Well, I think they can turn the tables, Steve. Those are givens to me, energy and passion, but they've got to be able to do what they do better. That, to me, is going to be the difference. Do who you are better.
And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Kevin, I was able to speak with Eric Spoelstra for a moment. I asked him what they need to do offensively against a smart defensive team. He said it comes down to hustle. We need some fast break points, some second chance buckets. We know once they get in the half-court sets, it gets a lot tougher to score. Kevin, we'll see if they can create some of those easier shots.
All right, thanks, Doris. I think it's the one thing we were talking about before the broadcast. The defense they're facing always seems to be in a lockdown mode.
Yeah, that's their identity, Kevin, and there's kind of an intimidation factor involved here. They've gained their reputation as a defensive club for a reason. They're tough.
Yeah, they really are tough, and they also do a good job of making you uncomfortable and frustrating you a little bit. So you got to keep your poise when you're facing a team as good as this one is defensively.
Tremendous stuff from a guy Clark we think more of for his passing.
Yeah, but he's got tremendous leaping ability and a surplus supply, too.
Well, that's a great aggressive move and 2 big points, too.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
Got a piece of it. The drive by LeBron. And that one's good.
Late reaction from the defense, and he's always going to make good on that.
Left side, Dang. Working on James. Dang dishes to Chalmers. Back to Dang. Pass to Chalmers. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Wade. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1. That one is off. And the second free throw, good. The Miami Heat comes into this one following a loss to the San Antonio Spurs.
And Kevin, they would have had to be sensational defensively to compensate for their lack of offense in that game.
Yeah, and you know what, Steve? I don't think they're built to play those kind of low-scoring, grinded-out games. They weren't that time, at least.
And Luol Deng gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
I like the call. I thought the defense was moving there.
Yeah, I think he slid underneath. Good blocking call that trip.
Here's LeBron. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
Well, those chances are almost always 2 points for him. I guess the defense did what it had to do to bother him. Some rugged defense there against one of the stronger finishers in the game.
And the foul on Dwayne Wade. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Heat making a switch here. Cole's checked in. They get it again.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Irving kicks to LeBron. And Luol Deng pulls it down.
Poor shooting from him this quarter. His shooting percentage nowhere near where he'd like it to be.
Bosch passes to Chalmers. He had a nice open look right there. Chalmers has got his first 2 points. Irving dishes to LeBron. Another miss by LeBron.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
And Cole kicks to Bosch. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, I think that could really set things up well the rest of the game. Pound the ball inside and let your perimeter players play off your bigs. Well, I'm not necessarily a big fan of him shooting that shot, but they did give him the space.
Cole, the pass to Bosch from down low. And it's Miami with another.
Well, there's plenty to like about him as a player, but, you know, one thing that really stands out is the quick trigger. He can catch the ball in space, defenders all over him, but, you know, in an instant, lets that shot go, and he is accurate.
And I'll tell you one more thing about him, Steve. He sets a screen maybe better than anybody. And if he rolls off of it, he gets the ball and gets a clean look. It's automatic. Now, that was an incredible reverse throwdown right there. Tremendous body control.
I'd even go as far as say, Clark, that was a punctuation dunk.
I can feel that.
Sending a message.
Yes, sir.
A message and put it on the highlight reel for later.
Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. And now let's check out the standings in the Eastern Conference and see how the playoff race is shaping up. Taking a look at Miami. They're second in the conference and looking to finish strong heading into the playoffs. And checking out Cleveland, not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
When I look at Cleveland, they just haven't shown the kind of toughness and resilience I expected to see from them this year. Whenever they face some adversity, they haven't been able to fight through it.
Which is really the difference between good teams and great teams, Clark. There's always going to be adversity for everybody. It's how you fight through it that really defines who you are as a team.
Deflects the pass. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Miami with the ball. They went to Cleveland for their last meeting with the Cavaliers, and they came out with a win.
Remember in that last matchup, they really snuck out a win, a close game. And it came down to a few mistakes at the end. But forcing turnovers, I thought, was the difference.
Cole's shot is good.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
Irving dishes to Bennett. Back to Irving. Pass to Wiggins. The tray. Here's Bennett, and he uses the glass on the layup.
You got to put bodies on the glass right there. They just are not getting it done on the boards.
Yeah, they've got to do a much better job of going harder than that to the glass.
I don't think they're counting on turnovers to pull this one off.
You'd like to have them if you can get them, Kevin. You can play aggressively. You try to get into the passing lanes, but an aggressive play is a two-way street. If you don't settle down, your mistakes could be your own. A chance here, Kevin, to see where the Cavaliers currently rank in the NBA. 9th in fewest turnovers per game. 11th in rebounding. And as for three-point shooting as a team, a little bit to be desired here. They're top 20 in the league. They can certainly do better and strive to do better there.
No, they're a smart team. We talked about those few turnovers, and that's the number that really stands out to me when you go down that list of stats. They're smart. They don't take a lot of crazy gambles. They try to work the ball around the perimeter, get it inside when they can, and get the best shot every time down the floor. Boy, he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the defense.
And Cole kicks to Chalmers. And the three off target.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Yeah, they're lucky that they didn't get burned on that one.
Cole, the pass to Chalmers. Good ball movement here by Miami. And yes, sir, that one drops.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality they've had. If the shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything. They're moving it side to side and working to get a good shot.
The Cavaliers shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. The first one falls. Both free throws good from Wiggins. Miami with the ball. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Cole, averaging 6 points per contest. Three-pointer, Granger. The shot no good. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they won their last contest, that game against Brooklyn.
And, Kevin, they played such terrific defense in that game. It took a lot of pressure off them at the other end of the court.
Yeah, and you can't just pick one or two players out who stood out defensively. There was plenty of credit to go around.
Puts up a three. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Cavaliers.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And I like the physical play we're seeing, too, because this is a club that's really pounding the paint area and scoring inside.
On the court for Miami here in the second. Haslam's out there with Danny Granger. Then there's Dwayne Wade. Then it's Dang. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting two.
Easy call there.
No question about that one. You can hear the impact from I am.
Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland. And so he makes both from the line.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
Cleveland's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. And the rebound goes to Danny Granger. Miami trailing. Number 13. Wade dishes to Granger. Defended by Bennett. Granger kicks to Dang. Just 3 to shoot. The Heat need to get a shot off. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Dang's got 6.
A nice piece of work there. Find a little space and pull the trigger.
Bennett the pass to Wiggins. Miller, the 3. Number 8. And he connects with the jumper. He's got 5. A tight game here in Cleveland. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Back to Granger. That is out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. Here are the team leaders in steals. You need to play heads up against these squads. The Heat in second.
Yeah, you can't make a lazy pass against this club. I mean, they'll turn it into a steal nearly every single time.
Clock at 6. Right through the D for the layup.
He's very savvy in traffic. When he gets inside, has a kind of an uncanny way of shielding himself from contact and finding a way to finish at the rim.
You know, something else I think about when I see this guy is he's a real headache to have to defend one-on-one. I mean, he's got all of the game that makes it tough for his defender.
The Cavaliers shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
Yeah, it's been an average year at the line for them so far this year, shooting about 75%.
Now here's Wade. Wade gets a screen from McRoberts. The drive by Wade. So far in the game, he's gone 2 for 4 from the free throw line.
Well, not the best statistic for him. I mean, his performance at the line, of course, very low numbers.
Guys, I think free throw shooting, and Steve, you can speak to this, is all about rhythm and confidence, and he hasn't been able to establish any rhythm there this season.
Back to LeBron. Stolen away. And here we go. Wade heading to the hoop. The big dunk at the end of the break. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Heat?
Well, they've come out in attack mode defensively, applying pressure and stealing the ball repeatedly.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
Here's LeBron after the Heat pick up 2. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Wade, right side. Dang kicks to McRoberts. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And now a 3-point Miami lead. Down low, here's Thompson, and there's the call on Bosch. That is his first foul of the game.
Tough break for the defense. He took the heat and drew the whistle.
Yep, but when you get there late, that's what happens.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Irving's checked in, and Lou Deng gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by.
Already he's looking at his 3rd foul. I think the coach will probably look to sit him down until the 3rd quarter. You know, with the extra weight he has over his man there, I mean, he's going to be hard to slow down when he gets ahead of steam. Those extra LBs make a difference.
Wade outside. Outside Dang. Back to Wade. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Nick Roberts lays it up and banks it in. Nick Roberts has got 4 this quarter.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
Yep, that's something that the defense has to put a stop to. Maybe a defensive adjustment is necessary here.
And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
Now here's Wade. He's guarded closer. Number 13. No good. Great D that time from Irving.
Well, if this game comes down to the rebounding battle, they'll be the ones coming out on top.
Yeah, they've been really strong in the paint, battling the glass.
And Thompson kicks to Waiters. LeBron gets the three-pointer to fall. LeBron's got 9 points.
That's his first triple of the game. It was a dry first half for him from long range.
The kick out to Dang. Back to Wade. Passes it to Dang. Dishes it to Wade. Double team by Wade. He passes to Nick Roberts. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. He's got 8.
You know, they're being very one-dimensional right now, going to the post every time. But if it works, you don't need another dimension.
Well, they're taking this defense to task, quite honestly. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Now, here is Irving. He has 5. Another 3 for Cleveland.
Looked like there was a little confusion there as to who was supposed to be guarding him.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
Yeah, guys, I think he feels like he can make a few improvements during this timeout. Just kind of make a couple of adjustments, get his club back on track.
You know, coaches are always tweaking and tinkering with things mid-game. Actually, sometimes they overdo it.
Here's LeBron following the basket by Chris Bosh. Thompson dishes to LeBron. Feeds it to Waiters. Now the pass to Irving. Shot clock at 5. He kicks it to Waiters. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. It's stolen by Dang. Here's Wade.
Oh, man, that was unreal.
Mark it up. Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, you know, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Still, I mean, it's startling that he'd even try that right now.
Now here's LeBron. 9 points in the game so far. Waiters no luck. 1:32 left in the first half. Coach is liking Clark what he's seeing from his offense.
And shoot, why wouldn't he? I mean, guys, they're filling it up with ease, executing, getting quality shots. I mean, this is fun to watch.
Yeah, this is like a clinic out there, guys. This is exactly how you attack a defense. Move the ball, sharp cuts, but really a nice pace to their offense.
Cleveland's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark, shooting the 3-ball well. Irving kicks to LeBron. Wade is covering. 5 on the clock. Back to Irving. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Nick Roberts. Nick Roberts has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Kicks it to Irving. Back to LeBron. Tries again. Can't get it to go. Bosh with some nice D. He feeds it to Wade, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Wade's got 10 points in the quarter.
Boy, that was impressive, Clark. He did not hesitate to take the ball right up against the bigger defender.
Boy, I like that aggressive mindset there, Steve.
Now, here's Thompson. Irving with the ball. And Bosh picks him up defensively. That drops. 12 points for LeBron. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
Yeah, 5 times already the lead has changed.
Bosh, he's covered by Thompson. Number 13. The finger roll finish at the bucket. And the Heat lead by 1. And the first half ends in a close one. Heat lead.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
So good to
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Dwayne Wade really has his fingerprints all over this one.
I like that he didn't force anything in that first half. His decision-making was really flawless.
That being the case, Steve, I think they want him to be more assertive in the second half. Look to take more shots. Be a little more shot hungry, even the tough ones.
Our second half of basketball and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Kyrie Irving is out there with Dion Waiters. Then there's Tristan Thompson. Then there's Anderson Varejao. And it's LeBron in at the 3 spot. The basket counts and one. So go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
What a play. The hoop plus the harm.
Excellent concentration on the finish. That's big time.
Wade outside. The dish now to Bosh. Now the feed to McRoberts. Chalmers. Bosh up on top. He's guarded by Varejao. The drive by Wade. Thompson with the block. And they'll keep possession. Cleveland's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Stolen by Chalmers. Working on James. Stolen by Varejao. And here we go with Waiters. Running it up the court. And LeBron puts it down hard.
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatic.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
I'm with you, Kevin. You can't fault him for that. I mean, just let him go. Who cares?
So it's Miami now. The Cavaliers making the shot. He dishes it to McRoberts, and it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession.
Looking at the Cavaliers over the last 10 and how they compare to the rest of the league, this is what we've got. First in fewest turnovers per game. 8th in field goal percentage. And they're in the top half of the league in free throw shooting as well. Pretty good, but they could certainly stand some improvement there.
And what's most impressive out of all those numbers, Clark, is the few turnovers that they commit. Because now all of a sudden you're executing, you're putting a lot of pressure on the defense because they know they're not going to force a lot of steals and get out in transition to find easy points.
Now here is Varejao. Blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. And these are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA, showing you the top shooting teams in the league. That's the name of the game, putting the ball in the basket. Number 1, the Heat.
Kevin, I've always said shooting percentage individually and for a team is a function of the kinds of shots you get. This team leads the league in shooting percentage because 1, they have good shooters, but 2, they take high-quality shots. They're a very disciplined group.
And he's one player who doesn't need a lot of space to get to the basket. He's really crafty, the way he can blast his way straight through traffic. He's really strong.
And he's also one of those guys who just seems to be able to take it up a few notches when there's a game to be won late in the fourth quarter. In other words, he's at his best at winning time.
Irving. And that one goes long.
That's a shot he's got to hit. I mean, you don't get too many better looks from that range.
Wade, good.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Irving passes to Haywood. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 3 assists now in this one.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
No question. Pound it into the painted area and continue to put pressure on that defense.
Chalmers against Irving. Here's Bosh, and he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Boy, the big fella's showing us a little explosiveness for a change.
Well, maybe Clark is working on his dunk skills because he looked perfectly at home right there.
Now, sometimes he can climb those, so I'm glad to see him get that one down.
And here is Chalmers. After the three-pointer from Bennett, Chalmers dishes to Bosh. Haywood with the block. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter.
And this is why you need size inside, the ability to contest shots and force misses.
Steve, that's exactly right. Even when you get in close, it's still a tough shot. Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
Yeah, that's 4 straight trips, guys, where their passes have ended up in scores. 4 straight assists. Great team play.
Savage, that's the way to get some momentum on your side.
Absolutely. Those dunks can really have a deflating effect on the defense.
Especially coming from a guy out of the backcourt.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
And the slam dunk by Irving.
Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented, for plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
It was a great dunk and also a great game we've got here.
Wade, and he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
That's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Mike Miller's checked in for LeBron. And Deion Waiters subbed in for Kyrie Irving. And it's blocked by Bosch. Now here's Wade, defended by Wiggins. Mick Roberts misses. The Cavaliers trail by 6. Here's Wade. Oh, look out!
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they can break this game open.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in, but I say put as much as you can on the finish and get your teammates going.
Stolen by Chalmers. Wade kicks to McRoberts. Wade defended by Wiggins. Wade passes to Chalmers. That falls. Nice speed that time from Dwayne Wade. Wade's got his 6th assist on the night. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Heat.
Their activity at the defensive end, Kevin, has been really impressive, attacking and coming away with steals.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well. You know, there's no fear out of him, guys. I mean, going straight to the hoop against a much bigger defender, he's got a lot of heart.
Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession.
And now a look at Brendan Haywood. Some of the numbers on him. How this year has shaped up for him. 7th in three-point field goal percentage. 13th in scoring. And he's just been so consistent from the field.
You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
Agreed. Guys, look, I don't know what the score is. That's the play we're all going to remember from this game.
Granger kicks to Anderson. Up and in on the layup. Anderson's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
He really made that mismatch pay off. A defender giving up that much size isn't going to be able to put up much resistance near the basket.
LeBron outside. Pass to Waiters. Wiggins. They get it back. 2nd chance shot. Nice shot by Bennett. Bennett's got 5 points now in the quarter.
I don't know what's happening to their defense. I mean, they don't have any effort, any purpose.
And it's really costing them. I mean, the last 5 baskets at that end have been on very easy looks.
And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession. And Cleveland making a change here. Verajau's checked in. 23 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Irving dishes to Verajau. The kick out to Irving. But they'll get another chance.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
Again, Irving missing. Anderson with the ball. And it's Granger penetrating. Just 3 on the clock. The shot will not go. And a great show through 3 quarters as we... Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The 4th quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. The Heat leading by 6. And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. We've got Danny Granger. D-Wade out there with Norris Cole. Then there's Haslam. And it's Anderson in at the center, filling out the middle. Gets it to go. And that's now 17 points for Kyrie Irving.
You know, tired legs can affect you at the defensive end, and I think that's what's happening right here.
I agree, because as much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late.
And Cole kicks to Wade. Wade, right side, and it's Wade again missing.
I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And, you know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and one.
Chris Bosh is checked in for Miami. Josh McRoberts comes in for Udonis Haslem. And both free throws good for Waiters. Here's Cole. Inside to Bosh. Bosh double teamed. It's tipped. Outside Irving. And that one is stuffed right through.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yes, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
It feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
Nick Roberts, the pass to Cole. Wade kicks to McRoberts. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
What a great game for Bosh in this one. He's got 14 points and 2 rejections.
That free throw, no good. Luol Deng is checked in for Miami. And he sinks the second.
They'll be disappointed not to have converted all of them, but he did get the big one to give them the lead.
Cavaliers trailing. LeBron outside. Pass to Bennett. Dishes it to Irving. Cleveland moving it around. LeBron passes to Bennett. Feeds it to Irving to take the lead. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. LeBron's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
Yeah, they have the defense on the run right now because every pass seems to have a purpose. They're getting great movement, great spacing, and they're really lining them up defensively.
You know, it's really going to be all about hard work from this point on. They work hard to create that high-quality shot right there.
Yeah, and that's their goal down the stretch. Continue to find those close-range shots.
He can fly, can he? He'll make you forget he's a point guard sometimes.
Yeah, when he does decide to attack the basket, Kevin, he can do it with the best of them.
And this is the time to attack with these two teams locked in such a close game.
Bennett dishes to LeBron. And that is good.
So they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
Well, and that's why they're on this run, guys. They're getting the ball inside and getting really high percentage looks.
Irving against Chalmers. Wade outside. Expanding his range. Gets it to go. Wade's got 10 points here in the second half. Boy, right down to the wire here, Clark and Steve. Still anyone's ball game.
Both teams really invested now. I mean, this is the type of game you love to win, and you'd hate to lose it.
Boy, after all this energy that both teams have expended, you're right, Clark. This would be a tough one to lose.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Thank you, Kevin. I got a chance to hear what the Cavaliers head coach was saying to his team. He let his players know that they've got to do a better job on defense. He said they're scoring any way they want. We've got to show some pride here. Let's make a stand defensively, get us stops, and get on a run of our own. Do they have it in them, Kevin?
Bosh kicks to Chalmers. Back to Bosh. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers. And that's 17 points for Chris Bosh. For Cleveland, they've gotten absolutely red hot shooting the ball here in the fourth. A perfect 6 for 6. The drive by LeBron. Outside Irving. Back to LeBron. LeBron left side. Outside Irving. Another 3 for Cleveland.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
Agreed, Clark. They've poured in 3 of the last 5 baskets on pretty open looks behind the arc.
Deng can't get it to go. And there's the foul. It's on Josh McRoberts. That'll be his second foul of the game. Cleveland leading by 3. LeBron with it. He's picked up by Deng. It's LeBron with the drive. Doubled by Chalmers. Passes to Irving. He kicks to LeBron. Blanketed by the D, who fights to the rim for the layup. LeBron's got 20.
Not too many of those shots were dropping for him in the first half, but it's been a different story here in the second.
Wade, right side, tries to keep it alive. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. Cleveland's gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. James. And it's Miami with the rebound. Bosch kicks to Chalmers. And there's the pass to Deng. Foul call. Looked like the D didn't get there in time, and he'll shoot free throws.
Excellent game we've seen from Luol Deng. 13 points and 2 steals as well.
You know, he's been so good at both ends of the floor, guys, but what's impressed me the most is his offensive performance.
I don't know, Steve. I think the work he's done defensively has been pretty impressive, too. In a crucial spot, he is always so solid at the line. He rarely wastes those opportunities.
Irving passes to LeBron. And again, it's Cleveland.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Chalmers with it, and it's Waiters picking him up. The drive by Wade, kicks to McRoberts. Wade dishes to McRoberts. Chalmers with the screen on Thompson. Chalmers defended by Waiters. 6 to shoot. Deng passes to Wade. From 13, and it's good. Wade's got 7 points here in this quarter.
You know, if you were only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would be ahead.
Irving kicks to Waiters. LeBron. Buried from 15 feet out. LeBron's got 24 points. Wade outside. Wade double team. Deng. And here's Chalmers for 3. And it's LeBron James with the rebound.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the defense has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull that trigger. You've got to be in his face and not give him any space.
And you can see they recognize that, Clark. I mean, they are not going to give him that look.
And Chalmers kicks to Deng. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
Can you hear the crowd kind of murmuring? I don't think they agreed with the officials on that one.
Steve, I tell you what, they're really letting them have it.
Here's Waiters.
Oh, ridiculous. Tore it down that time.
Well, that just adds to what's probably an already insurmountable lead. I think they'll be walking out of here with a pretty easy victory.
Steve, I think that's a given.
There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Wade, good.
He had that play ready to go. Well done on the inbound.
32 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And so they foul intentionally. Here's Irving, and that's an intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Timeout called, the Heat. They're losing by 8. 30 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, what's your take?
Well, they're going to go for a quick shot and then a foul, but it's looking pretty grim right now.
Yeah, it's a slim possibility, but that's their only hope.
Good! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Great-looking bounce pass to set up that play.
And he commits the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Well done at the free throw line. I'll tell you what, that will make things a lot easier on them if they can continue to convert.
Timeout called, the Heat. They trail by 7. 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 24 seconds left in the fourth. Deng kicks to Chalmers. And there's the foul. It's on Josh McRoberts. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2. LeBron drives in, gets it to go. And the Cavaliers lead by 9.
And they're not finished yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, that's how you close out a game, Steve.
Wade with it. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty. That's not as easy as he made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary, partner.
Man.
Oh, you know it. The guy can climb the ladder, can't he?
Here's Chalmers. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Gets the first. That turns the lead to 6.
They just got that.
And so Chalmers nails both of them.
Oh my gosh, they just got that.
Out of bounds. Miami takes possession. Goes up on the wing. It falls. So it's a narrow win for the Cavaliers, pulling it out. Clark, it was anybody's game right to the very end.
Yeah, it was. The coach is happy with the outcome, but maybe not so much with the margin.
Well, that'll do it. For Doris Burke, Steve Kerr, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying so long. We'll see you next time. And as we leave, we give you our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyrie Irving.